Sports 1140. So, Rami, while we were gone, the Kings make a deal. Last Friday, they bring in Kevin Huerter of Atlanta. Huerter's a guy we talked about. We spent most time on John Collins, the other Hawk, who, by the way, I still think is going to eventually be moved. I saw in the YouTube chat, and I 100% agree with this. The KD thing is holding a lot of stuff back, and I agree with that. Like, the league is almost, has almost been a standstill since the KD request came because every team's trying to pitch their best offer, and they don't want to take themselves out of the running until this thing is figured out.
Giving up major trade chips that they might use in a KD trade.
So when we look at the Huerter trade, Justin Holiday, Mo Harkless, a first-round pick. I'll give you the protections on the pick. Lottery protected next year. Top 12 protected in 25. Top 10 protected in 26. And if it is not conveyed by 2026, the pick turns into 2 future second-round selections. Rami, do you like it? Do you love it? Or do you hate it?
Is it crazy to say I love it?
No.
Is it crazy to say I love this move?
Not crazy at all.
I love this move.
I do too.
I think I love it. I think I love this move, Nick.
When I saw this,
I was surprised. You asked me on Friday, or no, Thursday was the last time we had a show together, right?
Yes.
God, it's been so long.
It has.
I missed you, buddy.
I missed you too.
On Thursday, you gave me like some rapid fire questions as we were ending the show, and one of them was, do you think the Kings will make another major move before we reconvene on Wednesday? And my answer was no. I thought after Malik Monk, I thought they were pretty much done. Then I saw this, and I was like, oh man, I don't just love it because of what they got in Huerter. I love it because of what they gave up, or more importantly, did not give up in this deal.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this and I quote tweeted it, and maybe I overreacted, but I don't feel like I did. I love Huerter. I love his game. I thought this trade by Monte McNair was a home run. I don't see any downside. I see zero. The price. Justin Holiday, look, he's a nice player as like a 10th or 11th guy. He's going to come off your bench. He's going to give you 10 minutes a night, maybe.
Great family. Love the holidays. Good people. Good people.
Great guy. You know, I think Aaron, his brother, just went to Atlanta, so he can have a little, have some fun with his brother and all that good stuff. But when you look at this, Holiday was not going to factor into this team very much. Mo Harkless, competitor, defender. He's a guy you can get any offseason with all due respect to him. In the first-round pick, I see some people kind of react to the first-round pick, but the protections, man. Protections. Yep. If you do your job and if Monty gets this team in the right position, if they don't have a good year this coming season, they don't have to worry about it, right? The pick's not even there in 23. In 24, it's lottery protected, so just get to the playoffs at that point. And if you're not there in 2 years, then you're pretty much going to be in the spot to make the playoffs or reset in a couple of years. So the protections are all the difference in the world to me. So you didn't pay a lot at all. You didn't pay much at all to bring him in. And also, as you mentioned, it's the player and what this guy can do. And when we talk about Fitz, Rami, again, shooting. Before you got here, at the end of the season, we talked about what the Kings need. And one of the things that was first on the list, shooting. They needed shooters. Kevin Huerter is a shooter. He's a very good shooter. And even better than that, he's a high-volume, very good shooter. This is a dude who takes like 6 threes a game. This is not somebody who's bashful. Sometimes somebody shoots 39, 40% from 3, and you go, oh, they take 2 threes a game. That's nice. Mm-hmm. This dude takes shots, and he makes shots. But don't get it twisted. He's not just a three-point shooter. He can score at every level. He's somebody who scores from distance, scores at the mid-range, and can also take it to the basket and finish at the hoop. He's a 3-level scorer. And when we talk about pick and roll with Keegan Murray, same thing, Rami, with Huerter. Huerter can play off the pick and roll. He's a very good pick and roll playmaker. He is a low-usage, low-turnover dude. He's not going to make a ton of mistakes. So I just look at him defensively. He's good. I wouldn't say he's great, but defensively he's good. He can play the 2 or he can play the 3. I think he starts next to Fox, and it goes to also the Malik Monk conversation, which we had last week.
I was just going to ask you that. Does he push Malik Monk to 6-man status?
100%.
Yeah? Which you just made your bench better, too. You've upgraded in 2 ways.
Yep.
If you think Huerter is an upgrade on Malik Monk in the starting lineup, and you just bump Malik Monk down to the bench, you've upgraded in 2 spots, essentially, with the Huerter deal.
Yes, and
I love it.
You've targeted a huge weakness. I mean, you've got between Herter, Keegan, and Malik Monk, you've got 3 guys who can shoot the basketball. And they can shoot off the dribble. They can shoot off the catch. These are things that the Kings did not have. And when we talked about at the end of the season how to best utilize your 2 top players in Fox and Domas, surround them with guys who can shoot off the pass, surround them with guys who can work off the pick and roll, and that is exactly what Monte McNair is doing. And I said this last week, Rami, when we covered the Malik Monk signing. If you could, I liked the Monk signing. I said last week, I will love the Monk signing if you push him to the bench and he is your microwavable offense. And that way, he comes in and he can work his own offense and not necessarily have to worry about, giving the basketball up a ton. I think it's perfect. I think you're looking at Fox at the 1, Herter at the 2. If Barnes does not get traded, which I still think is a possibility, Barnes will be your 3, Keegan is your 4, and Domas is your 5. And I'm not telling you that's a top 5 seed team in the Western Conference, but what I am telling you is that roster, that talent level is a whole heck of a lot better than it was when the season ended.
Is it crazy for me to say I think this team is going to the playoffs?
I don't want to go there yet.
Or at least a play-in.
I don't want to go there yet.
Is that crazy?
Let's
is
see.
That crazy for me to say?
Let's see where KD.
You just looked over my shoulder across the glass. Did I get looks from across? I can't see. I got my back to JJ and
it's Sacramento.
The
Sacramento. You got to watch out. I think it was a great deal. And also, look, manageable money, right? It's not like this guy's making tons of money. 4 years, $65 million.
This team might be going to the playoffs, guys.
We're not going to pull the trigger on that, Rami. We're not. We're not. I know. We're coming off the 4th of July. You just made a big move. You're feeling good.
Between Keegan Murray and Malik Monk and now this and the Mike Brown hiring plus me coming to Sacramento, like a lot is working in their favor. The momentum is snowballing. Kings are going to the playoffs.
Rami's passionate. He's passionate, and he also got the first taste of Kings fans' passion over the weekend. We're gonna have some audio for you and a lot more coming up next.